Hello. And decorum has lasted all of 2 seconds.
I'm sorry.
No, that's how it goes. Welcome to the Dragon Plus live stream, where we discuss more of the content heading into each issue of Dragon Plus. It's our free online magazine, iOS, on Android, and as always at dragonmag.com. Issue 21 is out now with material geared for new and younger gamers. And issue 22 is in the works for early October with a look ahead towards Halloween. So no, if you're tuning in, we haven't started Dice Camera Action 2 hours early.
We haven't?
Thank God I wasn't ready.
With everyone in town, Dice Camera Action will be streaming live around the table at 4 p.m. Pacific. So same time, just we'll be doing it live. Live, people.
You can watch us cry in real time.
So a heartfelt welcome to the cast of Dice Camera Action, Anna, Holly, Jared, and Nate, and of course the DM, Chris Perkins. I believe everyone in the audience is well aware, but we wanted to take the opportunity to welcome you here and maybe answer a few questions while we're at it, as far as things that folks might be curious about. We've got some news and announcements and just some general discussions, but if you do have any questions for the Wafflecrew, please put it in chat, prefaced with question, all caps. And the...
We're not synchronized yet. We'll be better at this in play 4. We're getting there, I promise.
Yeah, it's like the dubbing is all off too.
Yeah, exactly.
And Lauren Urban is in chat as well, so she'll be grabbing some of those questions to put our way. I can already see her in chat. So, yes, Lauren, she asks, are they taking questions today? Yes, we would love questions today. So, I have my own questions. First, why is the table going crazy? It's a work in progress. Everyone was in town for PAX West. Just wanted to ask how that went for everyone. Any notable memories? You did some signings and things of that nature.
Nathan got a concussion and forgot everything.
I saw that rant.
Nate got hit in the face. Then he got mad.
I did.
He got real
A
mad.
booth was like, let's give away inflatable bats that actually hurt. And then someone in front of me was just like, I should lasso this. And I was like, all right. And that's how I ended PAX.
And good thing you don't need this, right?
This does nothing.
I was on the AI show. Yay.
Yeah.
Super fun. And all of these guys were in the audience to scream for me and Chris, which was lovely.
Yeah.
So that was excellent.
You guys went in to perpetrate a heist, and you ended up opening a bank account.
Did we even do that? I don't even think we did. No, again, no one told Strix to pretend she had money. No one.
You're right.
No one told her what to do. So she was just honest. She's just honest to a fault.
So a bit of a reverse heist then, if you're.
It was a reverse heist. It was an honest walk into a bank.
We want to put our money
saying
into
I have no money.
I'll never see this.
And then I'll walk out. That's what it was.
Held him up like, take all my money.
Yeah. But it was wonderful. It's always wonderful. Being on stage with everyone is so much fun, and it was great.
The signings are really good.
Signings were awesome. Thanks to everyone who came by
Yay.
and said hi.
Yeah, and Pelham is not on the controls today. It is Sean Mayofsky. I think we have the Idle Champions poster that was available. We could put that up if you haven't seen it yet. So for folks that were at PAX West, we had this image for you guys to sign.
Signing with them was awesome. They're so nice.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good
Idle
time.
Champions took real good care of us.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Go play Idle Champions.
There we go. We got that on the got that up there. We had a question already come in about Strix and Jim. How are things?
Oh, how are things?
How are you doing?
There was fan art. I think Despero did fan art of Strix.
Yeah.
So Strix, you wake up in Jim's arms like. But
You had a really good insight, though, about sort of the relationship of the dynamic between Strix and Jim.
Yeah. Was that at the signing that I said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Strix, they don't hate each other. Really. They're
They just
like
want to be the other.
they want to be each other because Strix really wants to be a wizard, like very badly, and wants to be respected as a magic user. And Jim just wants to be powerful and have spells that no one else has.
And have a charisma-based.
Yeah, and have a
magic
charisma
system.
Yeah, exactly. He wants to, So they're just kind of jealous of each other. So it's that like frenemy, like, but they both know and respect each other. So that's why they hate each other. It's very petty.
We still got to throw spells back and forth.
Yeah, we
also, though,
did.
which was
Dude,
awesome.
the counterspell was
Yeah.
I know.
so
I wish
fun.
I'd had another one because I could have counterspell, and just like go back and forth.
Well, no, because you only get one reaction.
Oh,
per
that's
turn,
right.
So you would have.
So is the timing.
Yeah.
Look for
It was
the
like-
Ack Inc. game coming soon to YouTube. Totally awesome and worth it to watch.
Yeah, it is. But I think eventually, I think they'll have a heartfelt conversation about magic at some point.
You could probably watch the VOD on Twitch too.
Yeah.
If you want to hear me sing like an old tiefling lady.
It was amazing.
Oh my God, this song was the best.
It was amazing. I was enthralled until Strix in the back of my head was like, "You have no money. I have no money."
People said that was the best moment of
Really?
time in the show.
It pretty much was.
Well,
and
and
it
the
just goes
whole-
straight into a fight.
The whole audience was snapping too, and even the audience was in on the
Yeah.
timing because everyone was like,
Then after you said roll initiative after too, which is perfect. I was like, "No!"
And there was a proposal at the conclusion of the game.
Yeah.
That's a marriage proposal.
Aw.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
Yes.
it seemed so. I mean, we
I couldn't hear
we
it.
weren't really down there, but
Yeah.
it seemed positive.
Yeah.
It was overseen by Omen Drawn himself.
No,
I thought he was going to offer to marry them right there.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying he was ordained.
Yeah.
I know.
I was
I
like,
couldn't
pressure.
see. So like at the, near about the 2-hour mark, my contacts just start to get so fuzzy that I just like can't see. So I was just like, "What's happening?" Like holding onto my stick.
No, I saw the photographer nearly drop the camera. And so
I also saw that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw
okay,
that.
oh boy, that would not be a
It was a good
way to-
catch. Though.
It was
Yes.
Good.
It was good because there was like 2 fumbles. Reaction.
I know. Amazing.
It's scary.
He played it off so like he was just like, whoa.
I'm a professional. Click.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, as mentioned, our next issue of Dragon Plus is for October. It's kind of our Halloween celebration issue. Of course, we love costumes for Halloween. So, Chris, you were costumed for this game as well at PAX West?
Yeah, Danny Hartel from Craft Tags made my Jarlaxle costume, and it was great because it was lightweight. I've had other costumes that I steamed under the lights and all, but this one was great.
I wanted to ask, I don't know if you've told the story on the live stream, the costume you had as a young lad of a robot.
Oh, that. Okay, so since we're talking about Halloween stories.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I love this
Since we're
story.
talking about Halloween stories, trick-or-treating was always big in my neighborhood growing up, and one year, I think I was about 7, my mother made me a robot costume made of boxes covered with tin foil. So I'm just in a box, and I have another box on my head, and I have my arms sticking out wrapped in tin foil like a little robot. And halfway through trick-or-treating, I'm walking up a hill, and I fall over. And I can't get back up because I have no way to bend my legs.
My robot arms.
So I just spent the rest of the night flailing on some rando's front lawn.
Oh no.
While other kids are just going back and forth, trick-or-treating. I'm like, please somebody pick me up.
So wait, this is
so
where,
traumatic.
is this where your inspiration for Simon comes from? Is this trauma?
Maybe?
This horrible
Maybe?
trauma?
No one helped
Yeah.
you up. You just had to stay there.
You're like 7 and trick-or-treating alone?
Yeah,
Different times.
I know.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
absolutely.
How
Yeah.
long were you actually sitting there?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know, probably like 20 minutes.
That's still a
And
long
then
time for a
the,
kid.
the lady came out of her house finally when she saw this kid flailing on her front
Oh
lawn
my God.
so
and
sad.
helped pick me up.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was there for
friends
no
just
more
left
than
me.
4 days.
Now we
Just
know.
This explains so much.
Yeah, now we know. And later on, he went to torture others
Yes.
for his trauma
Yes.
as a robot.
I guess I would ask the question around the table if there's favorite costumes you might have had, whether for Halloween or
growing
as
up.
an adult or.
Oh, I got some good ones. Okay, so Halloween as a kid was like my favorite thing. So of course I was a witch one year. I was a devil one year. I was also the lady from the birds, Tippy Hedren.
Oh, wow.
In 7th grade.
Nice.
And I just had my hair filled with birds and just blood all over me. And I was like, no 7th grader got what I was. Like that was just, they were just like, who are you? And I was like, I'm Tippy Hedren. And they're like,
They're like, what?
I'm like, the birds. It's like there were crows in my hair. That was one of my favorites. One year I was an animal tamer.
Specifically not like a lion tamer, but an
No, I
animal
was
tamer?
non-denominational animal
Non-denominational
tamer, and I had a snake puppet, and then I just like liked it so much that I rode around my neighborhood with the snake puppet and the leopard print bodysuit on my bike just because it was fun.
That sounds fun.
Oh, and I was a wizard one year, just like a wizard. It was like I was just a wizard.
I was Pippi Longstocking one year. I had like metal wiring in my braids to make them actually stick out. That was a fun one.
That's cool. Yeah.
People don't know who Pippi Longstocking is anymore.
Yeah, because that's
Pippi
old
Longstocking-
AF.
I know.
Well,
I know. It was old even when I was Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even
Yeah,
know who I
that's
was then.
yeah. What about you guys? It's
all my costumes were video games, just
Same.
one after another.
Yep.
Like the first one I think I ever did was just Mario, and then I have a twin
I was
brother.
Luigi.
I have a twin
Aw.
brother, so he was Luigi.
oh
Like the year immediately after that, I was Link. The year after that, I was Sonic the Hedgehog. But that was like one of those.
These are like the most like.
Yeah. It was like the Walmart purchased
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah.
So it just had like the sad, flappy.
oh no! That reminded me of my first ever costume, which was when I was 4 years old, and I was a Koopa from Super Mario
Aw.
Brothers, and I just I taped a green pillow to myself and walked around like a Koopa.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I was, at the time, I hadn't gotten LASIK yet, so I was still wearing glasses, and my hair was like a little bit longer. And in Dragon Ball Super, the new design for Gohan came out, and everyone tweeted at me because it looks just like you. So I literally just bought just a green tracksuit, and that's all I wore. And then I walked around Animax when everyone's like, "Oh, Gohan! It's Gohan!" Oh my God. And I'm just like, it's like literally a $30 costume. It's just a tracksuit. That's all I needed.
Nice.
I did Jean-Luc Picard one year.
Really?
Yeah, I did not bald myself because I was like 10.
Huh.
But I did have like the Star Trek uniform.
That's
I
amazing.
felt so official.
I just got stuck on Lara Croft. I started being Lara Croft in college, and then like for like 5 years, I was like, I think I'm just gonna be Lara Croft again. And it was like different kinds of Lara Croft, but yeah,
Yeah.
I just got stuck.
Yeah, I wore a lot of costumes not on Halloween.
I do that. That's actually, you know what it is Halloween is too much pressure. I
Yeah.
wear a lot of costumes and I dress up for a lot of things. I like spirit events, you
Yeah.
know? But when it comes to Halloween, it's like so much pressure that I end up not having a costume and then just defaulting to Lara Croft every year.
Yeah, as soon as I started cosplaying, I was just like, this is too much effort, and I'm just gonna like be tired. But then like I tried effort, like in college I tried, and I had this like tier 5 undead warlock costume, like with these huge shoulders, like
That's sick.
massive. Like it was my first armor build, and I was like, I'm gonna wear it on Halloween in Isla Vista, which let me tell you is not the place to wear a costume like that because everyone is sexy, whatever. And I remember walking down the street in this costume, and some dude like stops me and he's like, "Cool costume. Not getting laid though," and keeps walking.
Wow.
Dude.
I was sexy Jean-Luc Picard. Which is just Jean-Luc Picard.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that was my college experience in a nutshell.
Now I just, whenever there's like, whenever it's Halloween, I'm like, should I just wear Evelyn? Because that's like,
A couple questions I'll pull in that have been coming in fast and furious, though. This weekend, going back to PAX West, any revelations about your characters that you may or may not have had, whether talking to
During
folks
PAX
or-
West?
During PAX West.
Well, the Strix and Jib thing.
Yeah, so the gym stuff was interesting because I kind of solidified how badly Strix wants to be respected as a wizard, but she knows that she can't.
At the Waffle Q&A, we talked about Evelyn's music.
Yeah.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is not a revelation to me. I already knew that, but I think that maybe people didn't know that about Evelyn. That like, well, her musical tastes have to be super varied. I think she's kind of all over the place. Like if she had a playlist, it would be all kinds of genres. But if she has like a pump up theme song, it's definitely metal. People were surprised by that. And people have been asking me what kind of metal. They were like, oh, is it, because there's like fantasy metal, you know, where it's like the bard song type stuff. That wouldn't be Evelyn style. Hers
Like
would be
you
like
Nordic metal.
No. Well, maybe like a soil work type thing, maybe. But hers would be like that kind of metal that sounds super angry, but is super actually uplifting in the words. Like it sounds like it's screaming at you, but it's actually saying like you're good and you're okay and your heart matters, like that kind of stuff. That would be her battle
Cool.
playlist.
My
Yeah.
favorite revelation was Nate's after the Akin game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Because the whole time we were watching Inc., I was just like, oh yeah, I have a character that can actually use this. So it wasn't me there. Like Paulton actually watched
Yeah,
the game.
Paulton got to see the whole show.
So
Ammunition.
Yeah, which is great. I didn't really have like a Dieth moment, but I did get to see like there was like a very strong Omen drawn moment in their show that it encompasses everything that DF sees.
Yeah. That
That's
was scary.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one too, because actually the Evelyn letter to Omen was full of tons of stuff that was like subtle but pretty meaningful.
Yeah.
That maybe people, I don't know if people picked up on because it happened so quick, but
And then Omen smelled his hands afterwards after
Oh my
talking
god,
about
that
her.
was so funny.
yeah.
That's so bad. It's like the grossest crush. Like
We
so
all learned a
gross.
great deal about Omen
Yeah, we did.
at the show.
That was a very Omen revealing show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
that was another Evelyn reveal too. Of like thinking about it, depending on how the Omen Evelyn relationship continues to progress. Like knowing what we know about Omen and seeing him sell someone's soul with that level of coldness is like, oh man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be nuts.
And I don't know if revelation, but question on the DM side of things. On a scale of Ring of Winter to Von Richten, how much hate does Chris Perkins have for a happy, content Wafflecrew?
Wait, there's a scale that
Yeah,
goes
let's say
from-
Van Richten's the low side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which side, yeah.
And it
I'm not
doesn't
sure what
matter.
the scale
Our
is.
misery is caused by ourselves.
Yeah, I'm just a facilitator. I just allow.
Oh.
allow
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always happiest when the drama and angst are just all over the place.
Or angst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, speaking of recent events in Dice Camera Action, I mean, we had the crossover at the ECK Inc. game, and then we had the Scott Kurtz crossover.
Right. That went so well.
Yes. So again, in the spirit of upcoming Halloween and talking about death and the undead, how did that go? What happened, and how much of that was
Not our fault.
foretold
No.
or planned, or
Oh,
just that
no,
was
not-
that was
It
let
actually
the die
really
roll?
this time was not so much our fault.
It wasn't.
No.
Correct.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. So Scott was helping Evelyn out. Binwin was helping Evelyn out, and when it looked like Evelyn might fall into the clutches of Xanathar, Binwin took offense and threw a javelin into the beholder's main eye, which kind of made the Xanathar angry.
as I would
Yeah.
expect.
And so in a fit of pique, the Xanathar cast a petrification ray at Binwin, who rolled really bad on his saving throw. Now, normally Binwin kills Constitution saving throws. So I didn't have it in my mind that this was going to stop Binwin at all. But he rolled like a 2 or something.
Yeah, something really bad.
Yeah, something really, really bad. And so he was instantly not just petrified, because a beholder ray, when it hits you, if you just fail to save by a little, you kind of slowly petrify.
Right.
So you can still react and do things. But if you fail by 5 or more, instant petrification.
Oh, I didn't know
So that's what happened.
I like how so many of these horrible things happen when Chris is like, they'll probably be fine.
I can just throw anything at them, right? They'll be fine.
Be all right.
Yeah, yeah. So the dice were not in Binwin's favor that night. And so after he was turned to stone, well, the beholder's next logical step is to disintegrate the statue. And that was no saving throw allowed. So poof, he's gone. Were we all surprised? Yes. Was it good drama? Yes. And now they have some of Binwin's dust, and they have Binwin's weapons.
Yeah.
And
Hat.
and even the best part of that show was Binwin, or the episode before was Binwin giving his hat to Evelyn as a gesture of friendship. And
A
so the
gesture of
hat
friendship, or the
survived.
most like high school flirting technique ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Everyone flirts with
it was
Evelyn.
a good moment. So Binwin
Evelyn
is
flirts with
survived
everyone.
by the hat.
That's true.
Well, like in like a Spock fashion, where he's past his.
Yeah. But I think when all was said and done, the moment was so cool
Yeah.
that everybody was pretty
Yeah.
happy with it.
And even if he's dead, he took out Xanathar's main anti-magic eye
Yes.
for us. So should we ever, I don't know, meet him again soon,
We'll have to kill him.
we don't have to worry about the whole anti-magic eye thing.
Which
because
helps.
Soonish.
That really helps 3/4 of the party.
3%.
Now his eye just shoots javelins.
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
Does he
But
just
also-
have an eye patch
Just
now?
blinks it out.
Oh yes.
Did he put on an eye patch?
Yeah, he's got a big eye patch covering his main eye.
So Jarlaxle and Xanathar can go toe to toe with that.
Yeah.
I love
Patch
that.
guy. So again, Dice Camera Action is going to be live today at 4 p.m. 3 p.m. we will have a full hour of D&D news. we realized that Greg Tito always has a full hour of D&D news, but we just give him half an hour. So we're just going to give him the full hour to talk through all the news and announcements and everything.
We'll still get angry at him for going too long and bleeding.
He's 50 seconds over. We need those seconds.
I'll just cut him off.
Poor Greg.
But without saying too much about today's game, we might also have a guest star that will be joining us.
Sam Sykes will be returning to reprise his role as the Drow, Cozen Zorlaren. He's a figure whose loyalties are not clear. So he may go the way of many other guest stars.
Oh, he's loyal as heck to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did sort of put something out there last week that he wants to kill somebody down in the Xanathar's lair, and he needs the Wafflecrew's help to do it. So we'll see if and the Wafflecrew's got some big Xanathar problems on the horizon unless they nip this thing in the butt.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
And Evelyn hates Xanathar, like a lot.
I mean, I don't know if she hates anybody, but she's determined that he no longer should be allowed to participate.
Should no longer be alive.
He should no longer be part of the election process.
It's
Right.
not hatred. It's like, this is just how it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all right.
He should be allowed to pass into a new dawn.
Yeah. Okay.
He
All
has
right.
full right to live in it. It's
Oh my God! I just thought of a great episode title.
Oh,
Dude,
Holy
this
shit!
has
This is
happened-
going to be
you-
awesome.
You asked about PAX West, and then all PAX West has been us joking around saying something, and then Chris pulling out his phone and being like,
Excuse me.
Yeah.
and writing something out, and all of us being like, no!
Oh my God!
And every
Nate,
time-
you're great.
And every time he does
I
that,
just
we just
know
hear
it's
this
an
Shemeshka voice.
Yeah.
Key, please.
Please.
Interesting. Right
So, question from Chad as well.
She just shivered in excitement.
Yes.
I'm just so happy I can make him happy. And we're gonna die. We're gonna live.
That's called Stockholm Syndrome.
So the chat wanted to know, I suppose this could be real, imaginary, historic, or whatnot, but speaking of crossovers, if you could have any person in as a guest player, who would you choose?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh my God.
He would be amazing.
Yeah.
I've always said that, and Jim Butcher. I'd like
Oh
to
yeah,
have
you
Jim
love
Butcher,
Jim Butcher, yeah. That'd be cool.
who is the author of the Dresden Files.
I
I
like
bet we could probably swing that.
You said that last time, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to keep bringing it up.
I don't know how, but Jackie Chan.
Cool.
Can we have Dieter Lizzie on?
Tony DiTerlizzi. Interesting.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
I retract my previous statement. Chris Evans.
Cool.
He doesn't have to play. He can just hang out.
Yeah, just
Hey.
I support the Chris Evans.
Yeah.
just off Cameron Corner, and we're all just
See,
what?
now,
Captain America.
are we going to have to get into the Chris debate now, though? Because Hemsworth.
There's no debate.
No, we already chose
There's
the
no,
best
there's no debate.
one. We already chose the best one, so we're good.
Settled, not settled. I did also want to ask whether it was as part of Dice Camera Action, the Wafflecrew, or just own gaming as well. Any memorable character deaths of your own? We talked about Binwin, and certainly a lot has gone on in the many episodes of Dice Camera Action.
Like our Dice Camera Action character deaths?
Yeah.
Or
Or,
beyond, or, from
I
around.
played Dieth before Dice Camera Action, and he certainly died then, too. But I do, one of my favorite deaths has always been Dieth being hanged. That one was very memorable, and I feel like that point on set the mood of the show, like really cemented it. Just in finale, it's like, oh. A far more embarrassing death before that, as back in 3rd edition, 3.5, like Neverwinter Nights era, is when I was like level 1 or 2. Wizard casts sleep. I go to sleep. He casts summon creature and just summons a boar. The summoned boar walks up to me, asleep, gets the coup de grace attack, and instantly kills me.
That's so sad.
And it was summoned, so it just disappears afterwards.
That's so sad.
That is.
So I just
Can we
got
get-
gored to death by a boar. That wasn't even real.
That's so sad.
It was the saddest.
That's so sad.
Did it put you in a pig mood? Sorry.
Okay, goodbye.
Does that
I'm leaving now.
Does that include like guests or our own personal character?
Oh, anything.
We were sort of, and believe me, I've got my own reasons because we're soliciting stories for the next issue about good character death. Binwin included, of course.
There's this one time I fell on this bird guy. That was
No.
That was a really good one.
that was
Oh, Falcon.
Or
Oh,
Falcon.
that's so
I miss
sad.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh.
Speaking
But hey,
of,
at least I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of that, Esmeralda.
Oh, Esmeralda's a pretty good character death.
Yeah.
Old person. Who knew?
Yeah. No, what's her name? Her name's
Arena.
Not
Arena.
not Esmeralda,
Arena.
sorry,
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
My
No,
bad.
that's probably like the worst. Like
Yeah.
is that. I just thought she'd be fine. Like I just thought she'd be fine. But she wasn't fine. But
Speaking of setting course of things for the show.
yeah. Oh yeah. No. And also I was the death of Dieth too. That was Strix's fault. Like 100%. She ran away.
Oh, you know what? The death. Oh, I'm completely drawing a blank on his name. Who originally had the Ring of Winter?
Artists.
Artist. Oh my
Artist,
God.
yeah.
Oh my God. The hand.
Yeah, when we obliterated him.
Yeah, that death started something.
Yeah. What did you say? What did he say when he died?
Artist's last words were "Alessandra, avenge me."
Check it off.
I'm sure it means
on the
nothing.
list.
Yeah.
Sure, it means nothing.
Probably
it's
don't have to worry
fine.
about it.
It's
That was
probably
a
fine.
big oops moment, just like
Yeah.
chucking the hand at him and grabbing his face and then just falling like 4 stories.
And then as soon as it lands, Andrew's just like, hey.
I feel
Even
like
I was just like,
that's the tote of our party. We're like, we're good. We're gonna save everyone. We just killed a main character who's good aligned with an evil
Yeah.
hand in the.
And sent a tidal wave into a city.
And so,
but I did get a cool ring out of it.
That's right.
How'd
My-
that go?
Went great.
how'd that go?
My first character death was really interesting, not in the show, because the character was a orphaned cultist assassin who had never developed like her own willpower or like never really had any friends or anything. So she was hopelessly like completely devoted to one of the other party members to be her like guide. And they were trapped on an island basically, and the other character wanted to try to use this combination of spells to basically glide over the water to get to somewhere else, over shark-infested waters. I knew that was going to result in our death, but my character was like, I will go where you take me. And so my first death was like a true character moment where I was like, I know that I'm sending my character to my death, and it got eaten by sharks, but it was the right thing. And so I look back on it with pain and satisfaction.
Nice.
Yeah.
Before we move on to a couple questions, I did want to. I mentioned we had some announcements to walk through as well. There has long been. We're over 100 episodes now for Dice Camera Action. There's long been a lot of great fan art that has been created by the fan community, where we are now able to sort of formally promote it and showcase it. Thanks to our legal department.
Legal department.
For future reference, for folks, for DCA fans out there, if you're interested in creating fan art, we'd love to show it during the live streams as well. I think we've got a few that we pulled off of the DCA subreddit thread. Please feel free, contribute to the subreddit thread. We'll take a look in there. But also on Twitter, hit us up with hashtag Wafflecrew, hashtag fanart, so we can find it pretty quickly. And we'll set up an email account, dndfanart@wizards.com. As soon as we've got that up and running.
I love that one.
That was, the
That's
behind
good.
the back five
Yeah.
there. As soon as we've got that email address up and functional, we'll make a formal announcement.
So
So
sad.
feel free to submit that
That's our boy.
as well. Yeah.
There he is.
There's
He hates his
Simon
life.
cosplay at PAX West as well, which is awesome
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, and when you do submit fan art, please let us know your handle or email name. Oh, this we were going to talk about for playing as youths.
Oh, it's
that the
it's
Eggo?
Janks and it's
It's
Squidly
Squidly
and
and
Nat.
Yeah.
Aw.
I love them so much. I did not realize how in love with them I would fall.
That's just strict screaming.
So yeah, again, send us when you send in some fan art. Give us your Twitter handle. Give us your email address. We can give you a nice little credit as well. And again,
Aw.
Yes.
It's the chair fight.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Look how sad Chair Rickton is.
I like that you're drunk, so it's trashed witch.
Yes, yeah. I love that.
And next week it'll be table fight as mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's so scary.
Interesting.
Yes.
Thanks, I hate it.
Key,
Not
please.
magic.
Can you say it, Chris? Can you say the key, please? Can you say it? Can you say it?
You
Can you
make
say
him
it?
giggle too much.
That's Evelyn.
I have to be in a moment.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I get it. Thank you. It would have traumatized me anyway.
Oh, okay.
You're so fancy.
That
Where's all
was-
their javelins? Oh! It's so cute.
I don't even know if that's waffles, but
I don't
know
care.
That is a,
Looks like waffles to me.
that's waffles
Yeah.
now.
Any owl bear, I'm just like,
Remember when she was a little baby?
oh,
That's Paul's parents.
Yeah, these are Paul's
oh
parents.
no.
That one made me cry.
Oh no.
Batman.
Batman. I'm just saying Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, waffles again.
Oh, it's Jinx and Ferdinand. This little.
Oh yeah, because it's supposed to be like
Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes. Oh my God, that's so perfect.
This is what Jinx sees every time.
Every
Yeah.
time, I
Yeah.
love it.
I want to see the world. Jinx sees the world.
Oh, this is the chair fight one.
Chair fight was so good.
Still
It was
haven't
so
seen this
fun.
episode, but I think I figured it out.
What did you think happened?
Well, you guys got drunk and had a chair fight.
Yep. That's fun.
Yeah.
You mean the World Championship Chair Cup World? I forget what I
Sure.
named it, but it
Yeah,
was.
on WitchCon.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's
I haven't
so
seen
cute.
that one either.
That's a
That's
hug.
good.
That's a nice hug.
Or is it an embrace? No one knows.
So yeah, a lot of super
my
creative
goodness.
styles and super creative art. So I know, speaking from myself, it's much appreciated to see it come in, and we do want to showcase a lot more of this. And